Have a lighted?
Well, you're gonna start smoking that? You know what smoking does to you?
No.
Oh, I gotta call a doctor to help explain. Hello, doctor? Come here right now.
What are you doing? Are you the one that's smoking? Dude, that's bad for you. Okay, I don't know how to explain this. The only way I can is if I just explain the process of smoking and what it does to you. Alright, so I have to start from the beginning of the passageway of air. It starts with your nose. Nose. The only external part or external organ of the respiratory system. You have two nasal cavities which contain cilia cells and coarse hairs which filter out dust particles and things like that. But since smoke is a vapor, it'll get past those things and it'll destroy the sensory organs up in the top of your nose. Alright? So after that, it travels from your nose down an air passageway to your pharynx.
Hey, I know a thing or two about the respiratory system. Let me help explain it to this guy.
Okay.
Okay. Next is the pharynx.
Pharynx.
There's three parts, but I'm going to talk about the oropharynx, because that's where mouth cancer develops. And so your teeth get all black from the smoking.
That's racist.
And then you also get sores in your mouth developing, and it's something you do not want to have. After the pharynx is the larynx, and that is where the voice box is. It's where air goes up and it vibrates and it makes sound. That's how you speak.
Larynx. Alright, let me go into a little bit more detail about the larynx. The larynx contains vocal cords, and when you exhale, the air that you breathe is going to go up against the vocal cords and vibrate them. This produces sound, and this is the sound that comes out of your mouth. When you smoke, you dry these vocal cords out, they become stressed, and therefore produce a raspy sort of noise. This is typical to most smokers, and over time, their voice changes.
So after the larynx is the trachea.
Trachea.
Trachea is what gets air from your mouth into your lungs. And all throughout the trachea there are cilia lining it. And if you smoke, then those cilia will get killed and it would cause mucus and food bits to get trapped in your lungs because the cilia are what gets those going back out of your lungs and get swallowed eventually.
Lungs and bronchioles. Alright, so now the air travels from the trachea down to the primary and secondary bronchi. Now from here, these things branch off into bronchioles, which are located inside the lung. Now the lung also has alveolar sacs. These are air-filled sacs where gas exchange occurs. You know, back when I was, in the brewery business, I had a friend named Phil. Now Phil smoked about 2 packs every day. You know what happened to him? Emery, you want to know what happened to him? He died. He died because he smoked.
Just like the period wow.
There we go.
So if you do smoke for a long time, then you'll get lung cancer. So lung cancer, it causes inflammation in your lungs, and then your lungs, no air can get through, and it causes them to collapse, and then you die. That simple. You'll die because you smoke.
So Emery, in short, from what we've told you, you can pretty much deduce that smoking will ruin your life. You want to know an example of a ruined life? So Emery, have you understood the moral of the story? Just don't smoke, man. Drop that cigarette. Yeah!
So Emery, this is your last test. Quit smoking. Throw away that cigarette.
Yeah! Alright. The smoke and the air both enter into the primary and secondary bronchi. Then these branch off into the bronchioles. These are located inside the lungs, or the alveolar sacs. Take it out. Here we go. Alright, so we give a game face on. Alright.
You'll get mucus trapped in your lungs. Okay.